Did you just tweet 6-7? Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I lied. I didn't lie, but I stole that joke from somebody in my marshmallows who said something, who gave me 2 Christian 6-7 references. And I liked it. So 2 days later, I made that tweet. Sorry, I'm not original. I'm a joke stealer. I'm a joke stealer. Sorry, my brain stopped working. I thought I could credit Anonymous on Marshmallows in my tweet, but then I thought that would compromise on tweet bangability. so yes. Also, you might see me post the Dies of Cringe thing when the Minecraft thing came out. I haven't done my proper research, so I can't give a comment on it right now. I just clicked into it and saw a bunch of people spurging out, and I was like, oh, this must be really bad. But then it seems like it's all people from history. So I was like, I need to do a little more research before I take a stance. And also, iron's a bit hot. I don't want to strike when iron's that hot. What Minecraft thing? There's like a something Minecraft where like you walk with Nelson Mandela or something. I don't know. Thank you, Miss Man, for 26 months. Drilling jokes is Jace. No, it's not. Plagiarism is bad. I would be upset if somebody plagiarized my opinions. Thank you, espresso, we are junkie jerk. What the hell? Yeah, I don't know. Let me actually, while we're at it, let's take a look at the Minecraft thing, because I know you're dying to hear my opinion, even though I'm literally just a girl. What is it called? Thank you, Dominatrix, for 16 months. You really love your Hoshi, but don't let her steal your jokes. True. Minecraft Lessons in Good Trouble is what it's called. I'm just a girl. Yes, it's in Minecraft education. Subjects, government and politics, reading and writing, history. See, I don't know half the people here, so I don't know what they did. I know some of them. I think it's like social justice and civil rights, like, you know, women's voting, women's education, and all that when they fought for women's education. For the MC event for Mandela, they added tires. What does that mean? Sorry, I'm very uneducated. It's very American. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. Women's suffrage, India's independence, apartheid, equal education for girls. I don't think those are necessarily bad things. Oh, it's discrimination against people in Africa. I don't think these are necessarily bad things. Apartheid is what it's called. If Mr. Mandela offers you a necklace, don't accept. I think it's historical events, because when I was in school, I also learned about equal education and women's suffrage. I don't think this is necessarily like evil or horrible. You know, it could be worse. You know what I mean? It could touch on way more controversial things. I think this is a very room temp take. What they could have done was, yeah, like that guy said, spend the time they did on this fixing bugs. Why do you think Mandela was in prison? I don't think Mandela's here. Is he here? What the hell did John Lewis do? Who the hell's John Lewis? Women's suffering sounds good to me. Where do I sign up? Here in my stream, I was gonna say if you donate to me, I will contribute to women's suffering, but I think that's a very bad thing to say. Apparently people are getting wound up about this. I don't know. I thought they had this in like history books, because I learned about Gandhi and Mandela too. I don't know. But yeah, I think this definitely could be worse. I wouldn't play this, and I wouldn't make my kids play this. I wouldn't let my kids play this, but it could be worse. You know what I mean? They could be touching on way more stupid issues. Like, you know, current day politics. And current day politics are cringe. Sign me up. I was kidding. Do it. I was kidding. I'm joking. Could always be worse. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, I don't know, generally a pretty room temp take if I gotta be honest with you. It's just kind of like, also I think they released this in a very bad time. I think they dropped this when everybody is kind of still sensitive, you know? And also I feel like people are a lot more quick to take a stance and fight for that stance before really looking at the facts. That's why they dropped it? It's Black History Month right now? I'm sorry, I did not know that. Thank you, Kirkus, for the 5 super. In America, we get browbeat with these subjects every February, and you eventually get tired of such subject. I guess I'm very fortunate to not really have engaged with that here. How the hell am I supposed to know? I'm not American. Isn't it an American thing? I'm not American. Oh, Google removed it. Oh, I mean, okay, let's move on to a different topic. Does anybody want to hear my opinion on something else? You're not American? Do you want to be? Are you guys happy? I think all I have to do is just not be, like, terminally online, and I think I can live a very happy life in America. What's your opinion on America? You guys have very, very good access to the internet, so there's a very large population of Americans that are terminally online and very loud on Twitter. That's my opinion, because where I am from, we're a lot less terminally online. There's still a lot of terminally online people, but since we're in a third world place, there's lots of people who don't have access or regular access to the internet. And usually when they do have access to the internet, they use it for something useful, such as studying, or like, looking at references to world news or local news, instead of going on Twitter and arguing with people that literally don't matter. So I'm pretty fortunate to be here, terminally online, streaming as a VTuber. How many of them have bot accounts though? Okay, that's a different that's a different third world country. Not this third world, not my third world country. Check out the latest on the beheading. Okay, we don't care that much about the beheadings. I'm not gonna lie, it's because I'm terminally online. That's why I know about the beheadings, man. Why are we talking about beheadings again? Stop! Oh my god. I was thinking the other day, I think my mom would do really well as a VTuber because she would come on stream and she would be like, guys, I think that we should, bring back public beheadings from the 1800s, and everybody would be like outraged, and then there'd be people who clip her, and then she'd go viral, and then the next thing she'd say is, I think birds are government drones, and then she'd be like, I think this political leader is a walking lizard person or something, and she'd just give you like the most outrageous takes, like, oh, why does the flag on the moon have wind when there's no wind on the moon? She doesn't think the moonlighting is real. It's crazy. Since she's been so base my entire life. I think I had that. I told you I had that really woke phase of mine where I was like, oh, I'm like gender curious, sexuality curious. I think that was like, to rebel against the baseness of my mother. How long until she gets banned?
Last week,
Shelly's mom
made the shocking statement that Hollywood is, quote, run by Jews.
She's gonna spout truth about the government and then she's gonna get banned in 3 days. I'm just kidding, obviously. I don't think my mom is actually all that base. But it's pretty funny. I think it's pretty funny. I think it's pretty freaking funny. Hoshiumi sounds like my new Oshi. Yeah, too bad she doesn't speak English. It's absolutely tragic that she doesn't speak English.
My fellow brothers, in the face of our common dangers, in this winter of our hardship, remember these timeless words, as we can.